Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're gonna pickle some habanero peppers. I went to the Smart and Final and the grocer was kind enough to bring me a fresh box and there was some green ones in there. So I thought that was cool, so I got some orange ones, some green ones, and then some mixed color ones. And I'm gonna pickle them, but not the way you think. I'm gonna pickle them with ginger, onion, and garlic, and then I'm gonna pickle some just plain salt, vinegar, and habanero. That's just for when I want something spicy to cook with it or whatever. I'm just gonna use that, but the other one is for the table. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're gonna get started and we're gonna clean our habaneros. Always rinse off your produce. It's always a good idea. And we're gonna de-stem them. So we're gonna pull off the stem. So here we go. What I mean by this de-stem is just pull this out like that. And just like that. So believe it or not, I just pulled the stem off and the heat from the pepper just came up. So they're hot. Okay, I decided to wear some gloves. It'll be the smart thing to do. So we're gonna start de-stemming them. And it'll be a good idea even to put double gloves on. But I'm gonna make sure I watch these, and if they get cut, I'm gonna put on some new ones. But that's what I'm doing. I'm taking the stems off, just like that. Okay, I cleaned up all our peppers, and I threw the ones that didn't look too good. I threw them away, but I got all the stems off of them. And now I'm gonna put those aside, and we're getting ready to work on our next step. Like this, and then use a spoon to peel the skin off. Because if you use a potato peeler, you're taking too much ginger off. But you get the idea. You see what it is? It's just the spoon works very, very good, and it gets in right where it needs to. See that? See how nice it peels? Okay, now the dangerous part of the job. Cutting the peppers. I don't want them too small, and I don't want them whole. I want them about 4 pieces per pepper. So one's down the middle. See that? Then right down the sides. And it makes it easier to eat. And for some reason, when people see a pepper, a big piece of pepper in the plate, they get scared of it. Because I know I'm one of them. So it's easier to just do it like this. You get the idea. Cut it in 4s. See how nice these green ones look? Okay, you can see that I chopped the peppers. I chopped them in 4. And to be honest with you, this is the second pair of gloves because the first pair started getting gooey. So I changed them because the oils out of the pepper was touching the glove. So it's hot. So what I'm gonna do first, remember I told you that I'm gonna make one for cooking? Well, how we start by doing that, our jars are cleaned. There was washed in hot water. And I'm gonna take some of this, put it in there. Just like that. Then I'm gonna take some garlic. Now this garlic, I boiled it in vinegar. And why do you boil it in vinegar? Because you wanna kill the bacteria. So I did that, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna give it a smash so it could release and give it a little chop. Smash, chop. And I'm gonna throw that in there just like this. Then I'm gonna take our pickling salt. I'm gonna use the tablespoon. There's one right there. I'll put a little bit more because I like it salty. Just like that. Then I'm gonna put more peppers on top. Now this is the reason why I'm not really spicing these ones up, because I'm gonna use them for cooking. When I wanna add just a little bit of heat, I'm gonna use these guys. Take a little more garlic, leave it like that, push it in there. By the way, I washed my board, my knife, everything, because it's spicy. Put a little bit more salt. And put that just like that. Now I'm going to bring the hot vinegar. Okay, you see the steam? And what I'm gonna do is pour it slow and fill it up. Why you use hot vinegar? That way you don't have to boil whatever you're doing. That's the way I found anyways. I'm sure there's a better way. I'm sure there's a set way, but this is what I do. The smell that's coming out of that jar, garlic, the peppers, it's great. Then I'm gonna put our lid on it. And that's our jar for cooking. And it's hot. So I'm gonna put it aside. This one is done. Okay, now we're gonna make the peppers for the table. And we're gonna start off with our onion, regular onion. And we're gonna split it. I think we're gonna go this way. I don't want it too thin. I don't wanna make a relish, but chop it like that. I got about, this is a medium onion and 2 small ones. And I'm gonna throw that in there. You get the idea. Okay, you see I chopped up all the onions. Now I'm just gonna give it a mix it all in there. And we're ready to move to the next phase. Oops, lost one. Don't that look good? It smells good, but hot. Okay, next phase, ginger. We peeled it with the spoon, you seen that earlier. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it on the bias. So it's not perfectly round. It'll give it a little mystique. And just so you know, that the ginger, when it's pickled with the habaneros, the ginger picks up all the heat. So if you ever decide to eat a piece of ginger, all the heat is in there, and the pepper's mild down. But it tastes great. It tastes really, really good. So I'll see you when I get all this chopped up. Okay, I chopped up the ginger. I think that's enough. I put in about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 cups, 2 cups. And I'm gonna give that a mix, so get all that mixed in together. Then we're gonna move to the next phase. See how it mixes in real nice. Me, myself, I like ginger, so I put a little bit extra in there just because. So, that's that. Next phase, lemongrass. Some of you may not know what lemongrass is. Thai people use it a lot in their cooking, and it gives it a citrusy taste. So the parts that you want to use is about from here to here. That's the tender part. So best thing to do is to cut it just like that. And cut it right about there. And this is all you're gonna use right here. Then peel off the external skin. And this is what you're gonna use. So we'll do that to all of them. I'll put that here for now. What I found is best to do is hit it with the back of your knife. It'll make it burst. And that way the flavor comes out. Then I'm gonna give it a rinse. And I'll see you in a minute. Okay, I rinsed it off. This is what it should look like, small pieces like that. Maybe this one's a little bit too big. Let me cut it up one more time. There you go. That's what it should look like that. Dump all that in there. Give that a mix. And we're ready to take it to the next level. Next step in the process, the garlic. Remember I told you I boiled this garlic. And what I'm gonna do is just give it a smash like this and throw it in there. Smash and throw it in there. If you don't smash it, it won't release its flavor. So you gotta smash each and every one of them. Okay, I smashed all the garlic in there. I'm gonna give that a mix. Get it all mixed up, incorporate it in there. So that way one bottle is not super garlicky and the other one ain't. The garlic smells good in there. If I was a brave man, I'll take one and taste it, but a piece of pepper or ginger, but nah, it's not that brave. Okay, next step, salt. Like I told you, I'm using pickling salt. So I'm using 1 tablespoon. Let's see what that looks like. 1 tablespoon. I don't think that's enough. 2 tablespoons. Let's add one more. Now this is for the table. What I mean by table, when you have guests over and you want something spicy, 3 tablespoons of pickling salt. Now if you use the other salt, it'll get mushy and it'll just break down, because that's what salt does, it breaks things down. But pickling salt won't do that. So we'll give that a mix. This way we don't have to try to measure everything in the jar. Do it all like this. It's all salty, it's all good. And I believe we got it. There you go. Incorporate it in there. Then we'll move to the next phase. Okay, next phase. Now I'm gonna take these here tongs and I'm gonna stuff whatever I can in one bottle. Then I'm gonna keep going till I get it all done. It's best to work over your pickling right here. So if something does fall, it falls back in the bowl. Little piece of lemongrass. You could eat the lemongrass, just try to get the tender part. But I promise you it'll taste great. Okay, got that well packed, salted, good to go. Now, you take your hot vinegar, I don't know if you can see the steam, and just load it up. And you just repeat the process till you get them all done. Close them tight, give them a little shake. And you could eat this within a couple hours. It'll be done. I'll see you when I get all of them done. Okay, I cleaned up a little bit. And whatever was in that bowl fitted into these jars. I don't know if you can see it, but they got the ginger, they got the onion, they got the lemongrass, everything's in there. The bottles are hot because the vinegar was hot. And this is one for cooking. When I wanted to add a little bit of heat, I just throw a couple of these peppers in there and it should do it. But I encourage you to try this recipe. It's an exotic taste with the ginger, the lemongrass, the garlic, the vinegar, the salt. It's just something like you never had before. So please subscribe to my channel, notification button, and you'll see when I make new stuff. We'll see you then.